Imagine being 10 years old and spending 12 hours in a factory instead of school. For over 150 million children worldwide, this is a normal day-to-day life. After research, I have found the impact and why this can slip through the cracks of governments and how we can stop it. Child labor is a global injustice that robs children of education, safety, and dignity. It must be universally banned and strictly enforced. There are many things that go into surrounding child labor that most people are unknowingly oblivious to. This lack of awareness allows the problem to continue hidden in plain sight, especially within industries we interact with on a daily basis. One of the most severe forms is child slavery, a devastating reality described by the International Labor Organization as child slavery is also known as forced child labor, which is defined as work done by children which, as phrased by the ILO, deprives them of their childhood, their potential, and their dignity, and that is harmful to their physical and mental development. The latter, most of which is often consequence of deprivation of schooling. In a healthy environment, the reality is these harmful conditions are also most visible in certain industries where children are put at extreme risk. One of the clearest examples of these dangers can be seen in agriculture. A source explains that children working in agriculture may be exposed to a number of hazardous conditions because of their young age, and made to carry heavy loads, be exposed to chemicals and sharp tools that can lead to fatalities and serious health consequences. Agriculture is one of the three most dangerous sectors in terms of work-related fatalities, non-fatal accidents, and occupational diseases. For example, hazardous work in cotton production is one of the worst. These conditions show that child labor is not only a violation of rights, but also a direct threat to children's health, survival, and eliminating it is a global responsibility. While child labor is a global issue, its effects can be seen especially in countries where weak enforcement allows exploitation to flourish, and it shows that even when there are laws in place, simple lack of enforcing those laws can make it seem like they aren't there at all. Evidence from Mali shows Mali has strong laws on child labor and on compulsory and free education, but unfortunately the government has not fully enforced them. Kuiperberg said local officials often benefit from artisanal gold mining and have little interest in addressing child labor. This shows how child labor often survives not because of lack of rules, but because those in power turn a blind eye and even profit from the system. According to the ILAB, global supply chains are complex, involving multiple tiers of suppliers across countries and regions. This complexity can obscure unethical practices and labor exploitation. ILAB produces and funds research to expose child and forced labor through global supply chains, highlighting where risks occur. Together, these examples show that ending child labor requires both stronger local enforcement and greater global accountability from industries. Addressing child labor requires more than laws and enforcement, also means tackling root causes that push children to work in the first place. Addressing child labor requires enforcement. From us, UNICEF highlights, providing regular and adequate cash transfers through social protection programs can simultaneously address household poverty and encourage school participation, thus contributing to the elimination of child labor. They also emphasize that investing in quality, accessible education is key. Providing adequate scholarships or school meals contributes to reducing children's work by making school more affordable and obtainable as a goal. Furthermore, UNICEF points out that ensuring better wages and working conditions for parents and ensuring formalized market structures is critical. Formal economies generate more tax revenue that support financing of social protection and education. Together, these solutions reveal that supporting families through poverty reduction, accessible education, and fair wages for parents are essential steps in breaking the cycle of child labor once and for all. When taking this information with you, remember, child labor is a moral and global crisis, and it's only through strict enforcement and cooperation will it finally end. Every child deserves a classroom instead of a factory. It's our responsibility to ensure that future generations grow up free from exploitation by supporting ethical brands, pushing for stronger international laws, and staying informed. Ending child labor will be easier. This isn't just about helping them, it's about creating a fair and more sustainable world for all of us.